Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm alive. It's been what, 11 months? 11 months since last popped on here. But basically, I was on the group chat with a couple of mates last night, and then one of them was like, "Hey, when was the last time you streamed?" I looked at my studio, and it's been 11 months since, like I say, we last hopped on this platform. So it's been long overdue. It's about time we returned. And yes, hopefully should be a pretty good little flight this evening. So flying the Boeing 777-800 PMDG in Ryanair colours on a return trip from London Luton over to Kerry in Ireland and back. It's been a long time. It's been a long time coming, but it's good to be back. Hopefully everything runs pretty smooth. My big fear right now is I'm overloading the GP right now, my graphics card. So fingers crossed that all runs to plan. But yeah. As far as I'm concerned, we're back, we're live, and we will get this flight over and underway with. So, hop to the cockpit. It's been a long time since the last flew the PMG 737. This is actually the still the 2020 version, which you can just run 24 without any problems. Yeah, all runs pretty smooth. Done a few test flights the last couple of days. A couple of mates, like I say, doing a few little group flights and solos and all that. So still been keeping up to my flight sim. I've just not really been going live with it as of late. But it's nice to finally do this a little bit. So let's make sure everything's running smooth. That's an advert. Make sure nothing's kind of lagging horribly or slow. And yeah, should all run. Right, so FMS turn everything on. FMC, position stabilization, we're at Echo Golf Golf Whiskey, stand 4, grab the GPS position and stick that into our RS position. So we should have full ATC coverage out of Luton today. Also we've got West England online at the moment as well. So there'll be some ATC for us to fly through as we go through this trip. Flying into Echo India Kilo Yankee for Kerry, I believe it is. Make sure I'm not doing that wrong. So that's what I don't need. Grab the charts. Yes, Echo India Kilo Yankee. Right. So first things first. Actually, hope all the displays come to life. If not, I can always switch to the 7.3 Max, which I've got from iFlight. Everything was working yesterday. Just give that a little flick. There we go, just need to refresh the circuit breaker there slightly. Right, so that's all set to alignment mode. You'll now come on. Plug in our routing today. It's not a massive route, it's about 50 minutes one way. We'll land at Kerry, do the run around, and then return back to London. Starting off with Rodney, our first waypoint. Rodney takes us to November 27 into Ictam. Tango 421 takes us to Didza. November 14 flies us to Bibpi. Then it's directs to Felsa. Directs to Offsox. Direct to Selene, and then finally directs into Kerry. That's going to be let's grab the route information waypoints. Scroll down, be easier. Right into Kerry, which is 521. 009 521 009. Perfect. It's going to be you. Activate that. Execute that. Stick you back over there. And just confirm with the IVAO WebI. So we've got Luton ground at the moment. Luton Tower coming online shortly. We've got Yeah, it's been a while since I spoke to Jihan, but good to see him again. He's currently on England, London West. Kerry looking a bit quiet in terms of ATC, but we do cut through all of West. It basically takes us through Wales, and yeah, should be, let's say, decent little bit of coverage as the flight progresses. So, whoops, how are you guys doing in the chat so far? So I'm still setting everything up how it was before, all the windows, chat boxes, everything like that. Hopefully the viewership picks up a little bit again, like the good old days, but honestly, it's been so long. Just nice to get things moving again. So let's see, who's popped by? There's 19 of you online! Hello, I didn't expect this many people to pop by. Welcome Zorkel, welcome Mr. Rickles, good to see you, dude. Mackley, gosh, if England! It's been a long time since all the regulars are back. Stream Milan, how you doing? Welcome channel, welcome to chat. Hearing your voice so nostalgic. Watch your video on the F-20 year start precision getting into flight sim back in the day. Yes. A stream. I mean, honestly, I'll take it. If there is a stream sniper, then thank you very much. But yeah, no. Doing better than I thought it would be. Honestly, I thought there'd be like maybe 2 of you left. Right, let us start setting everything up. So, I'm going to start with the boarding process first, since I know it's going to take the longest out of everything set. Possibly can need some de-icing as well, so it's today's day, but I've moved the clock back about 4 hours to get a bit of daylight on the strip. We're going to skip the refueling, because I know in the past when trying it out I've had some issues where some aircraft, the refueling crashes the sim. We will attach the pushback token now, because of course Ryanair will always get things out as quickly as possible. And I'm going to turn on the ground power at the moment. I will turn on the PACX. Get some air conditioning through the aircraft while we do... Well, we need ground power unit for that, so we'll leave that off for now. We'll start the APU, then we'll turn on the PACX. That way we can get some air conditioning while the aircraft's still on the ground, but also it means we can just turn the temperature up a little bit, warm the cabin up a little bit while passengers start to board. Right, FMS2, you're going to be my door control panels, so I'm going to need to open the cargo doors, and I'm also going to need to open the forward and rear entries. I did have Volanta running, so I don't know where that's gone. There you are. Detect the aircraft on the ground, which is good. Support the sim flight plan, so you've got Volanta up and running. Has had a few updates. I do actually like the little... That's the aircraft, right? Yes. I like, so you got like the departure and arrival times. It shows you if you've flown the route before. So for example, if I go to a trip I did yesterday, Transavia, so you've got departure time, arrival time. It was an on-time flight. I'll just show you more, but I've flown the route to Sensor Thrust Down once before, so giving out all the previous flight history. They've thrown a few things at Volanta. I do quite like it. I just like even like just the little detail of the departure and arrival times, your on-time record. It's just small little things like that I do quite like. I do like my Volanta. Trusty little software. I shall be using that to the end of the day. So Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango shall be our call sign. PACX has started boarding passengers, so we shall bring up PACX and do the same thing with it. Luton to Kerry 842 24,000 cruise. Yeah, low cruise today. It's only a short flight, but if things go well, then hopefully at some point we shall do a long haul. Got next 8 days off work, so not a bad time to do it. Well, now, ain't it? 738. I need to figure out... Yeah, I need to redo the PACX cabin maps for my aircraft again. Boarding music. We have got Ryanair boarding music. We have got cabin safety briefing. Yes to snacks, no to meals, customer cards are required, flight numbers not continue, and passengers may now start boarding. Right, passengers are boarding. Outside ground services should be doing everything as they expect. Yeah, it did snow a bit earlier in the UK today. Well, outside London it did. Inside London, not so much. Here comes our first few passengers. Right. So we'll set up the routes. That's all done. That's all done. Departure. So we will listen to the ATIS very shortly. Yeah, expecting that to pop up at some point. So we have got an ATIS. We can find a frequency for that. ATIS 120.58.
1749 Zulu. Expect arrival runway 07. Takeoff runway 07.
Welcome, Callum, how are you doing? On channel.
Transition level 75 dot. Wind variable at 6 knots. Visibility 2500. Light rain. Clappen 300 feet. Broken 700 feet. Broken 1000 feet. Temperature 2. Dew point 1. QNH 0992 hectopascal. Recent weather drizzle. QFE 992. Confirm 8 is information Bravo on initial contact. Luton arrival and departure information.
So it's runway 07 departure. QNH is 992, so fairly low pressure at the moment. Wind's only variable at 6 knots, so it's not particularly gusty outside. Visibility at about 2 miles, so it's not terrible the weather outside, it's just wet at the moment. So it's going to be runway 07 departure, and on paper I've got that to be the Rodney 1 Charlie departure. So I have got the Rodney 1 Charlie, but it won't confirm that right away as we now switch over to Luton ground and request our clearance. So if we go over to, before I do that, I might want to go to actions. Let's set up our fuel and payload. I've got to remember, PMDG is not linked to GSX in any way, so fuel requirement is 6469. And our payloads, we've got 184 passengers on board today, so it's actually a full house. 184. Of course, in the real life, it's 189 seat capacity in the 737 max capacity. Cargo, 4.6, 2.3, so we'll do 2300 forward and rear. Adverts come up. I was just about to read chat there. That's what thing from Ricky in the chat. While I wait, there we go. So, was de-icing mentioned on stand or remote? De-icing was not mentioned. So yeah, runway 07, variable winds 6 knots, visibility 2500 rain, broken at 3, broken 7, broken 10, 2 degrees dew point 1, 992, yeah, so de-icing was not mentioned. It is above freezing, and yeah, I think we'll skip the de-icing for this strip. Yeah, 7-1, we are back. Welcome, Carefree Gary, how you doing? What channel? Oh gosh, you are another original from back in the day. So, it's been a long time. It's been a long time coming. Let's tune to Luton. Let's get our clearance. 121755.
If you're in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the card and the seat back in front of you.
Good evening, Luton. This is Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango stand 4, type Boeing 738 with information Bravo. Requesting clearance over to Kerry, please.
Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango, information Bravo is correct. Clear to destination, Rodney 1 Charlie departure.
Make sure you ask that contact and stand number.
Squawk 2656.
Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango, clear destination, runway 07 via Rodney 1 Charlie departure, squawking 2656, and could I get the initial climb please again, sorry?
Initial climb 5,000.
Initial climb 5,000 to Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango. I'm sure, I heard something about stat number. Hasn't got the best mics, it seems. You can hear everyone in the room. Right, okay, so that's so departure's all plugged in. Runway 7 Rodney departure sets. Got our clearance in done. Head over to our route. That's fine. Performance and plug in our numbers. So zero fuel weight is going to be 60.8. Reserve fuel on board today is 2.7. Constant index of 6. And a cruising altitude today of, again, it's only... I actually tell a lie. We go initially 240 up to Bibby and it's up to 32. So we do get a full cruising altitude today. Not necessarily very long, but we go up to 32. Cruising winds currently show as 123 at 25. It's not a terrible headwind today. And that is that. So execute you. M1 limit. We'll leave everything maxed out. Actually, we'll do a medium takeoff climb rate, but to a full engine thrust, just so we get get ourselves through the rain and the wind and the snow. Aware of NTM? I'll talk about that while I'm flying. Mainly just had to take a break from YouTube a bit, just to chill out a bit. Lot of work over time. Just busy. Right. We'll flip over to the electronic flight bag. Not that set. Hang on, where does it want it? Enter on the preferences tab to proceed. Okay. That's day load, light mode. Go back. Tablet has seen better days. Preferences. That's either going to be somewhere on here.
Ready to go when you
There you
are.
go. Temporary failures is Drawyah. Whoops. Oh, that's slew mode. Ah.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight
Okay, hasn't messed anything up, I don't think.
42,
Accidental
Ireland.
slew mode.
Our flight time will be roughly 1
It is
hour.
drawing, no?
And
Sim brief,
now that
settings,
the
count
cabin door is closed,
settings,
please ensure that all devices
alias.
are in airplane mode and your
Yeah,
work
Drawyah.
devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all fin cables and seat backs are in the full upright
Save,
lock position for
okay.
departure. Cabin crew secure doors
Stay
for
engine brief.
departure.
There we go, right, so Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango, that's fine. Alternative's going to be Dublin. Cool. Right, performance. So, import from flight plan for takeoff. Runway 7. Conditions are probably standing water, not quite slush, but standing water definitely. Import the flight plans. Information rating, that's fine. Anti-ice will be engine and wings. AC will be on, and centre of gravity is what I was actually hoping this would tell me. Okay, it'll grab from here then. So centre of gravity is 17.8. And import the weather for right now. 29, that's going to be an American, that's fine. Be American flavoured. VC cannot be calculated as config. Verify weight. Where's my weight? Where's gravity weight? Ah, it's in pounds. Go on then, if I can't change it. Weights, I mean I could calculate the weights manually, but it's fine, I'll stick with the aircraft default. So 138, 140 rotate, 149 V2. So I'll stick 140 onto you. Flight directors on and on. Initial climb was 5,000. Everything else looks pretty good. So passengers have boarded, let's speak to the cabin, and I think we're pretty much in a position. Not yet. Heats can come on. Hydraulics on the engines turn on. Left-hand fuel pumps and APU. We can start. A little bit too early. That's fine. Right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard this Ryanair flight 842 from here in London Luton to Kerry. Flight time today of about 1 hour and 20 minutes. Just an advanced stage for any aircraft for departure, and should hopefully be airborne in the next 10-15 minutes or so. We thank you to Ryanair. We hope to sit back, relax, and enjoy the flights. It's going to be a fairly windy departure route, but once you hit cloud level, things should start to calm down a little bit. I'm expecting slightly calmer but similar weather in Ireland when we make our approach in a bit. We have a great team of camera on board today who will happily serve your needs, but don't forget they are primarily here for your safety. Otherwise, once again, thank you for choosing Ryanair, and we hope you enjoy this trip to Kerry. 32,000 set on that. APU is active. AP generator's on. Public address, general message, and PACX on, just so we can get some air into the cabin. I can also change the temperature a little bit. Yeah, let's increase the temperature a little bit. It's just warm up our passengers who are on board. Right, at this point, I think we're pretty much ready to start thinking about leaving now. So everything's configured, takeoff spin's configured. If I look at that menu, FMC, then legs. Everything's configured, there's no gaps, no brakes, altitudes are all calculated. Right, so menu, FS actions, doors. I can presume we can now see all the doors because everyone's on the aircraft, everything's loaded. So close you, close you, close you, close you. The pushback target is already connected to the aircraft, so there's no need to wait for that to attach. Yeah, what's left for us to do now is contact the control. Mentioned anything obvious that I've missed out on, which isn't. Like lights don't really need its daytime outside at the moment. Right. Ooh, and to set the squawker 2565, I did. Yeah, perfect. Right. Luton ground, Ryanair 540 Tango is ready for push and start.
Ryanair 540 Tango, required the icing up on taxi.
Do we do the icing? Yeah, affirmative. Ryanair 540 Tango, we shall do the icing on taxi.
Roger, Ryanair 540 Tango, push start approved, face north.
Do that no for now. Push start approved, facing north, Ryanair 540 Tango. Akash, again, another one who's been there for a little while. Hi, Drawyah here. How are you? When can I learn to fly full flight on YouTube? ACS and long haul jump jets. So, I mean, I don't need the tutorial. Hang on, push back to the north, so it's going to be nose right. Yeah, nose right to our left. I did tutorials back in the day. I probably, well, if I ever do tutorials again, we'll see. But, definitely look online at tutorials like aircraft startup procedures and everything. They're not difficult long hauls, it's just a case of sitting there as you wait for the aircraft to fly long distance. But follow tutorials and just kind of see how other people do it. But they're not difficult, it's mainly just the aircraft configuration and the approach configuration that you'll need to learn for the most part. Depending on the aircraft type, a lot of it can be fairly similar anyway. Like a lot of Airbus follow the same theology, different Boeings and different generations follow the same theology. So there are a lot of similarities across the board. Yeah, let's turn on the VNAV right now. Right, so push back. Ooh, that was the seatbelt sign I had go ding. That's one thing I did forget. Also turn on the anti-collision lights.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We can't start the engines until we've pushed back. That was a request there from the ground crew.
thank you for flying with us.
Welcome on board this Ryanair flight. May we have your attention while we point out some of the safety features on this Boeing.
Cameo, so when you'd love if you wish you happy birthday. Maybe one day, cameo one day, but not today. Is this pay with scenery for Luton? Yes, this is the UK 2000 Luton scenery. It's an old one, but I've been using UK 2000 products since, well, the dawn of time, since FS 2004 days, so yeah, I know what I'm getting with them. May not be the prettiest in terms of like inside all the terminal buildings and all the details of that, but it's a cheap scenery that has everything it needs, ticks all the boxes, and it's the developer that I've been using for years, so one that I'll always be happy to use. TM Way is another one, yes, another regular from back in the day. Let's say, I'm surprised that you guys are coming back. We've hit 30 viewers. I was expecting 3. Don't know what you guys are doing here on a random 6 PM on the Tuesday, but I appreciate it. It's good to see you guys back again. Right, so ground crew disconnecting. We're gonna have to wait for the ground crew to fully disconnect before we can start our engines again. Icing conditions. We've got to wait. Just quickly grab the runway heading for departure 073. So just set up 073 for everything. 073. Am I facing south? Yes, yes I am. Well, there you go. I've been here 5 minutes. I've already made a mistake. Well, it's wide enough. I'll ask ATC if they'll want me to spin around. I can spin around. 5 minutes. I've already messed up. Should have referred to the ground chassis. I thought I knew Luton. Obviously not. What was I doing? 073, 073. Right, we can now start the engines. So we'll switch over back to off. APU sign, grounds starts. Left hand round fuel pumps. Don't think I've got any fuel in send tanks. I'll probably leave those off. Yeah, send tanks empty. Don't need them. Right. Engine 2 starting, 22, engine 2 starts. Right, 073, 073, 073. And Luton's frequency 109.15. Got a bit of ghosting on the movement there, which I must admit I'm not a fan of. 09.15. Right, so this is the runway setup then. Right, engine 2 started, switch is flicked over, engine 1 we can now start. No heaters, whoops, no heaters can now come on. Hydraulic pumps will wait for the engines to fully start. The snow has died down a little bit. Still a bit of snow, but there was a little bit of sleet, but nothing excessive. Wait for that to flick over. Right. Switch the buses. Hydraulics on. APU bleed off. Packs on. APU can come off. Aircraft's pressurizing. Quick check of the hydraulics. Elevator set. Aileron set. Rudder set. Speed brakes all good. Right, perfect. Flaps down to 5. Jet takeoff brakes set and contact the ground. London Luton ground, Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango. We are facing south and not north, so we can spin around if it requires to, but we are ready to taxi to de-ice and runway.
Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango, no worries, taxi to de-icing taxiway Foxtrot, hold short Foxtrot run, via Bravo, Alpha, Delta, Kilo, Foxtrot.
So Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango taxiing to de-icing via Foxtrot, holding Foxtrot 1, and this will be via Bravo, Alpha, Delta, Kilo, and Foxtrot. Alright, I will grab the ground charts for that one. So we are... zoom in a bit. So... Bravo, Alpha, Delta, Kilo. Okay, so effectively what I'm going to do is taxi around the perimeter and just do a U-turn at the base of it. Taxi lights on, and let us go. Parking brakes released. Yeah, Ziggy, I remember you from back in the day. To be fair, like I say, most people in chat so far have been the odd regulars from back in the day, so it's nice to see you guys haven't all forgotten about me. You've been waiting patiently all this time for a stream to come back. I do appreciate it. It's been way too long. We're a little behind the departure. Should have been about 3 minutes ago, but given that I was got to sit down for a bit of the de-ice as well, just give it a moment. Right, so down Bravo, left Alpha, left Delta, and then using Kilo 1, just do a U-turn and hold Foxtrot 1. Back in the day before joining the Woohoo Watch Your Train Sim Classic Pickline. Oh yes, the Piccadilly Line videos. That's which one the right way? Yeah. That's another one from way back. Yeah, effectively it was like two parts you could do. You could use the Virtual Districts lines route it runs alongside Acton Town to Hammersmith. Or was it Earls Court? Acton Town to Earls Court, and then you also had the Metropolitan Line routes, which let you do Uxbridge to Rayners Lane. So there's two halves to that one. Yeah, I remember a lot of these older videos. Some of the ones I did very well back in the early days. I did spot Great Western Express on Train Sim World 6. Got a new version out released, the enhanced version. So plan is at some point to definitely stream that as well. So we're on Delta. Also via Kilo, which means Kilo Foxtrot. Yeah, we've got to spin around here. And it's holding Foxtrot 1, which is just the end of the taxiway here.
Ryanair 540 Tango Hill Short Foxtrot 1 report de-icing complete.
Ryanair 54 Juliet Tango will hold short Foxtrot 1 and will report when de-icing is complete. Right, parking brake set. Now hopefully GSX will just allow me to, there we go, request de-ice service from here. De-ice vehicle along the way. Last time you saw me was in Vegas. Vegas, that was flight sim not Flight Sim Show, Flight Sim Expo, 2024 was it? Just type 1. Yeah, 24 when I got invited by AVAO to fly out with them, do a stream live at the event, do a few other things. Lovely people at the IVAO XA. Although, actually, I say XA, they've split now. The US and the Canadian sectors are now separate. But still lovely people out there, and hopefully at some point make a visit to go see them at some point in the future. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. So allow the aircraft, whoops, should be on this monitor. Allow the aircraft to de-ice. Give it a few minutes. Can you help when you install liveries on the PMDG cockpit just disappears? Make sure you're using the right version of the PMDG for the right version of the livery. Don't forget that 2024 has its own separate 737 release. There are minor differences, and just make sure that your livery is compatible with your model. There we go, so the crew outside spraying the aircraft down. Again, it's like small little details like that with GSX I do really like. Is it actually doing anything like simulated wise? Absolutely nothing. But just a little detail that it's there for looks, but it's another little ground service that GSX provides. Again, pain to install, but what it actually gives you in the sim is pretty fantastic. That was quick. Right, so let's continue our taxi, shall we? Ryanair 540 Tango, the ice is complete. Was it 23 Vegas?
Tango, we're the taxi runway 07 now, Alpha Bravo, hold short Bravo 1.
Alpha Bravo, holding Bravo 1 from runway 07, Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango. Now the vehicles to disappear. Yes, this one from the op center. That's And then I presume 737 is also fully up to date, because what it sounds like is it's definitely a compatibility issue between versions of livery and aircraft. Either that, or you've got a faulty 737 install. Because the only time I've ever seen the cockpit not load properly
Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango, hold position. You've gone the wrong way. I'll liaise with tower.
Yeah, I have. I'm not looking at my ground charts properly. You can tell it's been a while since I've done this. Oops.
Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango, have you got enough wing tip clearance to enter the run-up bay and then back onto Alpha?
Ryanair 540 Tango, that is affirmative. We can make do with the space ahead of us and have the clearance to spin around and back onto Alpha.
Ryanair 540 Tango, would you consider around for the run-up bay and then back onto Alpha Bravo, hold Bravo 1?
Spin around in the run-up bay, back onto Alpha, onto Bravo, holding Bravo 1, runway 07. And I'll refer to my ground charts this time, Ryanair 540 Tango. Alright. There's a helicopter in the further bay, so I think we'll make more use of that space to spin this around. Yeah, plenty of room. Plenty of room. There we go. Alright, this pilot. There's a budget cut, okay? They brought me back out of retirement for this. Welcome, Kerry from America. How you doing? What channel? Welcome to the chats. How you doing, dudes? Ivan, my friend, you may know me. Yeah, Captain Danny, the one from back in time. How you doing, mate? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. Right, so looking at the ground charts, it's down this taxiway. We go a little bit to the right, then we immediately make a left onto Bravo. We'll avoid Hotel and make another right turn to Bravo, and then we make it to Bravo 1. Let's hope when I get to Kerry in the return trip, I actually listen to instructions and the map's a bit better. Again, I'm thinking out taxi push back facing north, face south. Make left turns and making right turns. I've just got Luton back to front. If it was Stansted, this would never have happened. Alright, make a left hand turn. Yeah, I'm a Stansted boy, not a Luton boy. And then immediately curve to the right to avoid the hotel taxiway there.
Ryanair 540 Tango, no traffic restrictions. Please ensure you hold Bravo 1. You can contact Tower now, 132.555. Bye bye.
Over to 132.555 for Ryanair 540 Tango. Thank you. Chat's in a bit. Yeah, I'll just do it straight off of the IVAO menu. Have you ever flew a Microsoft license to the United States, like heavy flew in the United States? Microsoft license to the United States, like heavy flew. I must admit, I don't really know what the question is there, Kerry. If Studio's not working, is there any way to get your SIM banner as a way to fix? I presume that's like an OBS stream as opposed to you're trying to get it on your own screen. It's an OBS system. So the banner you see at the top of the screen there, that is just a little custom thing I threw together 7 years ago for flight sim streaming. Good evening, Luton Tar. This is Ryanair 540 Tango, finally holding short of Bravo 1 and ready for departure.
Ryanair 540 Tango, Luton Tar. Very good evening to you. Would you require the full length of the runway this evening?
That's a negative. We're basically carrying no fuel or weight on us, so I think we're pretty good to go straight off of Bravo 1.
Ryanair 540 Tango, fantastic. 5 Bravo 1, the surface winds are 040 degrees at 6 knots, 07, you are clear for takeoff.
We are clear for takeoff, runway 07, Ryanair 540 Tango. Cabin crew, please take your seats for departure. Cabin crew, please take your seats for departure. Right. I probably should have checked my trim, 5.84. Oh, is London West just disconnected? Maybe if I got off the ground a little bit quicker. Oh, there's always next time. Right. Into the runway. Throttle 40. Engines 1-2 stable. Man, that's not come to life, but let's fix that onto airborne. 80 knots. Hundreds. V1. Rotates. Forgetting this aircraft doesn't give you the rotate, call that just the V1. Just afraid of climb. Gear up. Little bit windy, nothing crazy.
Ryanair 540 Tango, unfortunately there's no more ATC available for now. Frequency change approved, so bye-bye.
Frequency change approved, Ryanair 540 Tango, thank you.
See you shortly, bud.
TCAS warning there. That though, I believe is a glitch with the aircraft as opposed to actual traffic I can see. Which we've got our traffic and weather systems active. Switch over to 1228. So London West did disconnect. They knew you were coming. We'll catch them next time. Right, flaps up. Reset you. Actually, probably should have had the engines continuous. That's naughty. Yeah, weather fairly heavy. It's going to say traffic because I believe with the 2020 edition of PMDG on 2024, it sees my aircraft as other aircraft. So TCAS is going to be a little bit funny for today. I believe if I can switch it to there's one mode. There you go. This mode, at the very least, just hides the has my own aircraft here only. Yes. Do you have chase plane from 24? Do you have Boris sound pack? I don't have chase plane. I don't have Boris sound pack. I know people who have got the chase plane. One of them keeps having problems with it. The other one says it's good, but I personally don't see the benefit. Flight Sim 24 has already got the best, or even 2020 had the best free camera in Flight Sim in the Microsoft Flight Sim ever. P3D X plane, yeah. FSX, yeah. Get chase plane, but I don't see a need for it in 2020. Boris sound packs do sound amazing. I should probably pick that up at some points. Welcome Mike Smith, welcome back, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to chat. Another one, it's been a while since I last spoke to or last saw in this neck of the woods. Set the altitude then to 32 since there's no further ATC at this point. And then if I do an altitude intervention, I should hopefully allow the aircraft to just continue climbing without holding for the SID levels. Yeah, cause I'm not going to hold 5,000 all the way to Rodney, no chance. So, if I open up that, yeah, I need to stop doing that. Yeah, so, how's everyone doing? How's everyone keeping? It's been a long time since this last streams. Corey, how are you? Not doing too bad myself. I say first stream in a year. It's good to be back. Good to be doing this again. We're gonna get Kerry opening. That's awesome. Thank you there, Mr. Blue Lights. So gives us some ATC to play on the way in. Yeah, there you go. Kerry ground online. Edge tower as well. Have a look at the web eye. So I can see Scotland's online at the moment. Dublin's on, Kerry's opening, we've got Heathrow approach and TAR, which is always good to see. Who are you? Notting, that's going to be East Midlands. Manchester TAR open, Liverpool approach open. So there's a few places open. You've got Shanwick open at the moment. That's a bit of AT coverage. It's a shame we lost out on London West. We lost out on Wales, but hey, steps at a time. Right, I'm just going to do that, and that should just allow the climb to open up here all the way through to top of climb. So off blocks. So we're off blocks 3 minutes early. There you go, little thing that's going to say we're off blocks on time. But taxiing and de-icing did cost us a few minutes, so we are a little bit behind. So screenshot there. Give you a like for that. So scheduled 1810. So scheduled arrival times 1950. Estimated at the moment 1946. So hopefully landing itself should be on time. But we'll have to make up for that as we continue this leg. Yeah, so climbing through 6,000 now. Standard altimeter set. Sinks, that's fine. How do you fix Live Studio? Mine isn't working anymore. Any fix? Have my new spec Intel 9 5900 beta flight sim. Yeah, I need some. GPU's the next thing on my upgrade list. Get a slightly better graphics card, a bit more VRAM just to keep things running a bit stabler. This has been okay so far. Touch wood, stays this way. This has been okay, but I've noticed graphics card already starting to lag behind a little bit. The 3080. As for FlyLive Studio, unfortunately, I don't really know because I'm still using. Yeah, I'm still using it without any problems. All the numbers are calculating okay. Routings, everything's set up as you expect. The weather, ATIS, everything. Yeah, this seems okay. I've not noted any issues with it, but yeah, not much I can really say, I'm afraid. Not an issue I've had. This is one thing that's always been working since I last flew a year ago, without any problems or bugs or issues. Right, passing now through 10,000, so we will switch off the landing lights. Seatbelt signs will keep on a little bit longer, so we try to get out of cloud cover a little bit. No lights here, don't need this stuff turned on at the moment. Engines come out continuous. So there is apparently a break in weather ahead of us. Let's get clearer, but that's just going to be down to clouds and wavelengths, and effectively when you shoot a radiation beam to detect weather ahead of you, it's always going to show clearer behind, because the thicker the cloud at the front, the more of it's going to get absorbed and reflected away. So yeah, it says green, you can see ahead of us, but in reality it's probably not that clear, not quite. Any XE staff here able to give you London Control derestriction for this evening? I mean, I'd love that, I would. Have you tried VATSIM soon? Nope, still can't do VATSIM, I'm afraid. Haven't been able to do VATSIM in about... It's been about 6 years now. And so, like I said, as I've always said, I wouldn't... At this point, I'd love to go back on VATSIM, but I'm quite well established on IVAO. I'm happy with the network. Traffic coverage pretty good. Yeah, can't join some of my mates on the group flights. They will use the other network, but it's been so long now. What can I really say? I'll do. I've tried the appeals. I've tried speaking to some of their directors. I'd love to go back, but at the same time, I'm happy where I am. So it is what it is. Not much else to say and do, really. So that being said, the community side of IVAO, the group flights, the old quiz night flight nights we used to do back in the day, getting invited to the Flight Sim Expo, that was awesome, from the American guys. Yeah, there are nice things on IVAO which I do really enjoy. A lot of them I still keep in touch with as well all these years later. Oh, six years since this channel really kicked off. It's 2020 when that came out. Of course, I got the early access to that, the pre-release stuff. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. But I've taken a year break. We're back. What more can I say? Streamerland currently online at Budapest Tower, very nice. Hopefully a few more European flights at some point in the next coming weeks. But for now, like I say, first flight back. I know the guys on the Luton Tower and Ground, so stick with them. Do a short little return flight. That's 2 flights in 1 for the first flight back. And then just, yeah, see where we go from there. Try to train some streams as well, create some enhanced version. Yeah, there's more I'd like to do. The show's not over yet. place with a little bit of scenery there. Absolutely gorgeous that is, look. Oh, I've missed this. Welcome, Maze Online, how you doing? Welcome channel, welcome to the chats. How you doing, dude? Breaking out the cloud now, probably good time for sake to see that signs off, let passengers start running around the cabin. Turbulence has dropped off. While we're here, let's go through the cabin, see if there's anybody we know. Any names you recognise? Yeah, I'd say ignore the fact there's a separated first class bit. I need to get my old seat maps back from the old installation of PACX. Nobody immediately right away. Nobody stands out. But it's a full near enough. In reality, 5 empty seats, or I guess in reality, from the aircraft side, 184 passengers, 5 empty seats. Yeah, just got to make my PACX seat layouts. Ooh, pardon me. Oops, where's my phone? That's my chat. There's my chat. Any plans to do any long haul flights again, like JFK to Dubai or Perth to Heathrow? Yes, I'd like to do some more long haul flights. So I've got the PMD 777. I've got the iFly 8 iFly. No, it was Anysim who did the Anybuilds who did the A350. I've got the three-way A330. That's still a good little aircraft.
Brussels traffic runner 9 Tango X-rays pushing back to stand 2 on taxiway Zulu. Brussels traffic.
Brussels traffic. That's gonna be a voice unit on that. Yeah, I've got the A380. Actually, still need to do a full flight streaming of that one. All my attempts so far back in the day just had the sim crash on me. About the time I flew the A380 on the stream flights. I've flown it 3 times in real life. 2 British Airways, 1 with Qatar. So yeah, there's plenty of local aircraft. Just got to fly them. The 748, the default flight sim with the Salty Sim mods. I think so. Yeah, which is now built into the aircraft. A couple of years ago, they put a partnership out so that they managed the default 748. Alright, passing through 24 now. I think was it this waypoint we're going to step up anyway? Bit piece. We're going to step up from 24 to 30, so yeah, that's fine. So just continue our climb out now. Guys, you said if we hit 100 views on the 24 hour stream and 100 views, okay. Well, the last time I did a 24-hour stream was London to Perth, and then Perth to Sydney. So if there is a 24-hour stream, it's going to be that route again. Just so you're aware. It's the only route you can do that's over 24 hours with the stopover, which doesn't exist anymore. QF 9 and 10 is no longer a stopover at Perth or Darwin. It's now its own separate flights. So before the aircraft took off from London, landed at Sydney, stayed on the ground for about an hour before continuing on to... Sorry, landed at Perth, stayed on the ground for an hour before continuing to Sydney, or into Darwin for an hour and then Sydney. No, it doesn't do that anymore. It goes to Sydney, and then it finishes. Passengers then have to get on a different flight number, different aircraft, then continue on to Sydney and the rest of Australia. I believe when they did that change a couple of years ago, they said it was just kind of simplified the ticketing process and brings up more options for like passengers flying to their own local destinations. But yeah, QF 9 and 10 no longer a stopover, but it's just a fixed flight end to end. The person at Bristol is you, Corey. Oh, is that you? Okay. Yeah, it is. You're flying up to Dublin. I think the weather was a bit clearer. I don't know. Spin the camera around. So see if you get any view of the ground. No, not really. You're somewhere down there, mate. But visibility ain't going to really give me much of a look, I'm afraid. I have missed this. So yeah, I can see Kerry's now on the line. Land there, spin around, back to Luton. I can see they've also given me a purple tag back, so I appear as a creator on the IVAO website. Alright, passing now through 29,000, flight level 290, 3,000 to go to our cruise. Top climb C just, what's what, 12 miles away, 13 miles away. At some point soon, I'll start thinking about our approach into Kerry, because there's not that much, well, not that much of the flight plan left. If I look at the paperwork, so according to the ATIS there, runway use is 08, according to the paperwork, my runway use is 08, so that'll be an RNAV approach, okay, RNAV 08, transition, do we have a Kerry transition? Probably not, back hot, Lobgo, or, I think it was Lobgo, wasn't it? Slaney. Right, let's have a look at the charts. So it's Echo India, Kilo Yankee. Approach charts 08. What's the weather like there actually? Should probably also check. Weather report is 090 at 12 knots. Okay, 090, it's not too bad. So it's 12 knot headwind. It's going to be a top of climb buzz there, that's fine. Runway 08, we're going to have to... So we overfly the airports, base turn, into land. Okay. What's the number of the RMP approach like?
Brussels traffic runner 9 Tango X-ray taxi holding point
RMP
Golf X-ray for runway 09 via Zulu Brussels traffic.
So RNAV 08. We do back hot transition, insert that. So Kerry, back hot, round to Dimgo, Kerex, and then that's straight into Kerry. Okay. And then where's that Kerry point in relation to both the airport and the back hot? Go to plan mode, zoom in. Yeah, I think that's perfect. If I go back a page, sorry, step. Nah, it's going to smooth to fly the airport again. So if I were to do that, so Slane to Bacot. Yeah, straight in, joins the RMP, that gets us onto the approach. And the go around is basically then a loop straight back around and it's the same approach. Cool. we'll execute that. I like the looks of that. It's fine. So back to map mode, zoom out. Let's create some fixes. So 108 fix U 320 246 369 96 miles, 10 miles and 2 miles. What I probably should have done as well is that's not yet for that program. So our cruising winds. Where did you set the winds again manually in the 23? Route waypoint. That's fine. There was a page where you could set all the winds up.
Bristol traffic, Ryanair 9 Tango, X-ray land up runway 09er, Bristol traffic.
There you go, descent forecast. Right, so 100, 200, 300 I think it was. I can't remember the exact numbers that we're supposed to use for this. Go back to my notes at some points, but it's going to be wind information. This was 2:15:10. Okay, so we'll make that 31. Just for the sake of simplicity, transition 6. So, 310, it's going to be 116 at 30. 110 at 23. And 137 at 29. Air temperature at Kerry is currently reporting at 9 degrees. Oops, 9/QNH of 982. There we go. So that's our winds and approach, wind and local weather information plugged in for the descent. Got our fixes draws in our top percent is, as well as our aircraft checks on the arrival. RMP approach
Bristol
here,
traffic, Ryanair 9 Tango X-ray taking off from runway 09er, will be climbing at Beckham 1 Zulu departure. Bristol traffic.
Descent forecast 080. Cheers, Mr. Rickles. Do we my internet has slowed way down now all of a sudden, that's annoying. There we go, right. Oops. So plugging in 108.7.
Bristol traffic, Ryanair 9 Tango X-ray, we're now airborne, passing 3,200 feet. Climbing out in the Beckham 1 Zulu departure, Bristol traffic.
Yeah, that's fine. Cool. So, she also gets the runway heading 075. So that's everything now plugged in for the approach, apart from the performance here. It's not going to take too long to do. Yeah, as you know on this, 30 degrees of flaps. There you go, done. Yeah, it's not an aspiration. It's an RMP approach, so it's going to be just a case of tell you what you want, and then mostly hand flown in once you get to Kerry. So it's a bit more manual than usual, but I'll take it. It's going to be a 148 approach speed, a 153 approach speed, touching down at 148. Of course, 737's all manual throttles for the arrival, no fancy Airbus auto thrust into the ground. Yeah, other than that, that's everything now configured. So we are just about to leave Wales. Cross over the Irish Sea. We're about halfway to flight already, so yeah, cross over the Irish Sea, start of descent, and then make a land into Kerry, spin it around, and then back to Luton. Should be a little bit quicker going the other way. Moment we are flying into a headwind. Oh no, it's tailwinds. 32 knots tailwinds. Actually, this is the quicker leg. Going to be slightly longer going back. So yeah, land, deboard, reboard, spin it around, send it back to Luton. I'll get replays as well as both ends. We'll look at the replays once we've landed back at Luton. The reason why Airbus is elite. Nah, I'm still a Boeing guy, I'm afraid. I am still a Boeing guy. We'll get a weather update once we get a bit closer, but like I say, it's looking like a 12 knot headwind on the approach. It's not going to be a massive, gusty, horrible mess. Yeah, pretty chill. Right, so top descent is currently in about... Oh, it's set to 80 miles. About top 80 miles top of descent. If I go to progress, 73 miles to go, 1605. Top descent's about 10 minutes. Expected to land at past. So pretty good so far. Alright, so sit back a little bit, relax, watch the flight progress, chat to you guys a little bit more. Do I use that sim? I do not, Ben. I am still solid IVAO, I'm afraid. Welcome, Captain Yoshi, how you doing? Welcome channel, welcome to chat. There's another one from back in the day, how you doing, dude? God, so many names that I haven't seen in so long. It's like, oh look, you're all back, you're all been... Let's say, just all been waiting oh so patiently for the day this channel will throw a notification showing it's live again. Still averaging 30 views. Don't know how I've done that. Don't know how you guys have done it. It's just been so long. It's not that I don't like VATSIM, Ben. I'm just banned from it. Have been for about 6 years. Still don't know what I did, but I am. So yeah, that's the story, I'm afraid. I'd love to be unsuspended, but that's also down to the VATSIM board to decide. I've sent enough appeals over the years, trying to figure out what happened. But they ain't want to hear it. So we've now left Wales, or over the Irish Sea. Top descent in about 6-7 minutes. And then focus on the approach and landing into Kerry. Set everything back up again. Fly back to London. Bring it to land, watch a few replays. And then we'll figure out when next year's going to be. Possibly tomorrow. Like I say, tomorrow I'm not really doing too much, so maybe try to do something a bit longer, a bit earlier in the day. Weekend, probably not, because Saturday I'm going out with some mates, Sunday going to Poland to see some family. But yeah, let's say tomorrow I'll try and do something. Thursday daytime I should be okay. Evening I'm busy. Friday no plans yet. So yeah, possibly a few weeks streams in the week. But I'm not too bad, Yoshi. I'm not too bad. As I say, just been busy with work, doing a bit of overtime here and there. Streaming for 5 years non-stop just killed it. Just killed me really. So I had to take a little break. Had to step back from little things. Like I say, all that happened was just yesterday. I was in a group chat with a few mates of mine. One was like, "Hey, Drawyah, when did you last stream?" 11 months ago. Tomorrow you're streaming. Oh, okay. Let's set everything up again. But it is good to be back. And let's say I'm still surprised by you guys in the chat. You're still here. You're still waiting. Still chatting. You're the real stars of the show. There we go. So top of descent, just a few miles ahead of us now. What was the approach I said I was doing? Set up the auto unicom just so I can get out to do it while I'm descending. Arrival was RNAV 06. It was via. That's Bacot. Cool. So 30 miles to go now. Not too far from descent. Everything's configured. Sorry, bring up my live chat again so I can see what you guys are saying. Glad you could break. Glad you're good. When flying to Helsinki to have a pint, Kaliasa. God. Don't know yet. I'm dirt poor. Had to buy a new phone 2 weeks ago, so I went out for breakfast with some mates. Oh, okay. Congrats, Alfie. Yeah, went out with, for a breakfast with some mates. Got on the underground. My phone restarted. Okay, didn't think too much of it. Black screen, bricked. Yeah, never turned on again. So I had to splash out 800 quid on a Pixel 10 Pro XL. Fozy, how you doing? Welcome channel chats. True celebrity. Yeah, it's been a while. You can blame Mr. Rickles for convincing me to do a stream today with himself and Alfie as ATC. But it's been a long time coming. It's about time I had to do it. But no, shoot me a message, Kalias. Remind me what dates it was. The I can't remember what it's called now. You know what I'm talking about. Just shoot me a message. We'll plan something. And it was March, April time we agreed on. March, April. Right, so we're going to shoot down to RMP approach. It's 4,000 or 2,000. I'm going to set. I'm going to set 1,000 just so the aircraft can guide us on the approach in. But we will need to fly by hand before we get to that 1,000 mark. Vapor, that's it, Vapor. They haven't forgotten. Slacking. Let's see, he's going to do his ADC exam, just come on radar. Do it! Why not? It's the only network I can join you guys on. A lot more chill, a lot more eased out here. No stressing, no nothing. Right, top of descent. Very shortly about to make our approach into Ireland. So let's say it says 20 minutes on the clock. I got a feeling we are going to be about 5 minutes behind that, purely because of the slightly awkward ground routing at Luton and the de-icing. That kills us a little bit of time, but we should be okay. Aww. Another moderator has dealt with this comment. Alright, engines should start rolling back. Altitude should start dropping. Beautiful. I'll do a speed intervention so you got a slightly higher speed approach. Then just got to remember to reduce it down to below 250 once you hit 10,000. Mainly just want to gain up some time now. We are a bit behind schedule, but it shouldn't be too drastic. Have you got any plans for doing the Heathrow RFE event next month? Remind me what date it is. I'll see what I'm doing. I'd love to. It'd be a great event to do now I've restarted this stuff. Let's have a look. So it's on the 7th of March, which is a morning shift, so I will be home in the afternoon. It's a Saturday, so I've got a slightly later wake up on a Sunday. Heathrow RFE is possible. Heathrow RFE is very possible. There we go. So we've now left our cruising altitude. Just slowly starting our descent now back to the ground. Not so good. Switch at the ATC. There's no Irish sensors at the moment. No approaches. It's just tower and ground. So next time we speak to ATC is about the time we're lining up with the runway. Alright, just a quick pop to the loo 2 seconds. Now's the opportunity to do it before we land BRB 30 seconds. What's the master caution telling me about? Nothing. Go away. Right, so 26,000 feet, continuing descent, that's fine. Cam comes back online. So 26,000, continued descent. The altimeter, let's say it was, altimeter's reporting at 9882. And backtrack will be required to vacate, that's fine. So if I set the altimeter 982. Once you hit 6,000 feet, or around 6,000 feet, we'll then just switch over to the altimeter. Just spot iron down below. Just flying overhead of Waterford right now. Waterford actually being the original, was it Waterford or Wexford? I'm sure it was Waterford. The original home of Ryanair. So when the airline first started, it was in an old Embraer 110, doing return flights to and from Gatwick Airport. And then the rest, of course, is history. A little bit windy now, so we'll turn on the seatbelt signs a little bit earlier. Off-scheduled descent. I disagree with that. Like there. Definitely top of descent. And we're blind. Cloud plus sun equals blind. Now, it's going to be sunset soon in the sim world, so by the time we get back to Luton, things should get a little bit darker on the way back. What's 80 miles now till we get to the airport, passing now through 22,000. Speed can reduce a little bit, don't go quite that fast. I know we're running behind schedule, want to pick up time, but 290 is a bit excessive. Yeah, so 10 minutes estimated arrival. Yeah, so we're a little behind. Make sure we've got the tower frequency on standby 2. Tower is on 123.325. Just your ADC event, very good dudes. Heard that you passed out, which was good to hear. Is it go around on the cards this afternoon? I'm hoping not. We shall see. I'm hoping not. Passing now 170, 17,000. See outside. Well, you can't really see outside, but let's break through this level of cloud. Get a nice little break from the clouds before hitting the next layer down below. There we go. Just, get a view of the Irish scenery down below. Bits of it at least. Listen, again, a little bit of rock on the aircraft, a little bit of turbulence affecting, but once you start the approach and start whipping around, this becomes pretty steady headwinds that shouldn't cause us too many problems. There's been a report of wild leprechauns on the runway. Oops, stand by, my mother is calling me. Hello again. Yeah, so I've backtracked the whole route of runway 08. Yeah, I'm well aware of Kerry's ground layouts. Imagine if the massive alien ship appeared through the thick clouds. I hope not, Mackley. I hope not. So I just want a nice, smooth landing, smooth experience, smooth trip back to Luton, a nice, smooth reintroduction to streaming. Any lip readers within the chat? Well, I guess that conversation will always be a mystery to you, Mr. Rickles. Right, 14,000, so got to think about slowing down at some point soon. It wants to do this a bit, well, yeah. Once you get 2 back up, we'll go back to the noted speeds. So 10,000 down to 250. As we approach Bacot, switch back to the program's speeds and bring it in from there. You see, we're bang on the bang on the altitude at the moment. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, everything's all configured as it should be. What's left to do is the landing. Every donation of £5 or more is forced go. So what? For every donation of a £5, we have to go around every single time. We're about to touch down. Oh no, this is a £5. Flip it around. Attempt number 7. We're about 20 feet. No, yeah, not happening. Not happening. There we go. 26 miles DME now. Setting the altimeter now because the altimeter's going to drop fairly heavily, the difference in air pressure at the moment. Speed 250 please. She brakes out just to keep that speed down below 250. Tailwinds definitely affecting our ability to slow down a little bit. To remind myself, so 147 to be a 152 approach speed. Let's get FCR up and running. So Sim will now freeze for about a minute. When you start the replay, it always freezes this for a minute. It should restart again very shortly. Yeah. And it's just now to focus on the landing. So just give it a second to catch up. Well, it does actually. Let's grab the visibility. Kerry, she's reporting at supposedly plus 10. Oh right, so it's broken clouds at 1,300. Below 1.3, it's clear skies. That's good. There's a lot taken out of Shannon, even Limerick. Sorry, taken out of Limerick up to Warsaw, just north of us. Alright, 7,000. We'll overfly Kerry. It's far easier just to use the approach it gives you on the paper. So overfly Kerry, enter the RMP, and just throw it straight into land. Now, if someone was an approach controller, I might have done otherwise. But if you're any tar, then well, I deal with this tar. At this point, it's free skies, the Wild West up here. Alright. How many miles to go? 10 miles to Backups. About 5 miles will give the aircraft control over speed again. The winds have calmed down quite a bit. 27 knot crosswind from behind. I am competent enough, just not legally. Well, if only you didn't give up 3 years ago. And you stuck around just a bit longer. Right, here we go. So let's throw speed back on the aeroplane. Give it some speed brakes, just to slow it down a bit. It's only down to 232, it's not excessive that, to be fair. That's 5. Don't think it needs these spoilers anymore, so I will lever up. Does say drag required, but I don't think we're going to need it. And once you've spun around, flying to headwinds and drop the gear, this thing basically just like a brick, so should be okay. Right, switch over to tower control. Ground is on 1216. So let the aircraft guide us into about 1,000 feet. Also below the cloud level at 1,003. We can, once we have full visual of the runway, take over control, just fly by hands the last 4 or 5 miles. Alright, 10 miles to go. Good evening, Kerry. This is Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango. Line up with runway 07. RP approach.
Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango, Kerry Tower, good evening again. I have received an email from Ryanair Operations that you are a bit late for the touch and go beyond the cards today.
Sorry, could you repeat that last little bit? I'm not aware of any touch and goes.
Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango, I was just stating that I had received an email from Ryanair Operations stating you're a bit delayed. Would you like a speedy service?
Speedy service would be nice, Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango.
Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango, roger, no problem. Surface winds are 090 degrees 12 knots, runway 07 cleared to correction 08 cleared to that.
Clear zone 08, Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango. So 4 more stages of flaps drop. That's the gears. Right, I should be coming to view shortly. There it is. Down. Flaps 30. 152 on the approach. Visibility wise, actually, far better than I thought it would be, that's for sure. Welcome, Kai C4638, apparently. How are you? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. Don't know where the Yates came from, that's just new. Alright, 1,000.
1,000.
My aeroplane. Yeah, speed up a little bit. Oh. Did turn off the autopilot, no? Interesting. Autopilot key seems to also just reactivate the autopilot as well. We're on the high side now, so just drop the speed and altitude a bit.
Ryanair 540 Tango, and now cap 493, match part 1, air traffic manual. When an aircraft is dangerous position on the approach, it must be sent around, and due to high speed and reckless approach to aviation, I have no choice but on this occasion, hitherto, notwithstanding, not wanted to do it, I must utter the words, go around, I say, go around, acknowledge.
Ryanair 540 Tango going around. I hate him.
Oh no, actually sorry, the stream's caught up, you're doing okay now, you're clear to land runway 08, surface wind 090 degrees 12 knots.
That's 10. I'm not saying anything. Alright. 4,000 feet.
Ryanair 540 Tango, waiting to come, 12 personally, see you shortly.
1228 Unicom, Ryanair 540 Tango. I'm seeing him on Saturday, I will be throttling him. Right, okay, well, we'll follow the approach routes. What do I now need to... So, back up will be the... It's going to be the same thing, won't it? So, arrival... 08... Back out, execute... let's grab back up, throw it there. And I'll just... redo this approach. We do apologise for a slight delay on the arrival there, ladies and gentlemen, due to traffic control asking us to perform a go around there. We need to bring the aircraft back around for one more approach. This does add another 10 minutes to our arrival, so I do apologise for the slight delay there, but we shall be making a return to Kerry within the next 10 minutes or so. So it's going to be a delay due to go around, say 20 minutes, and that should bring us into a positive time. Satisfaction drops there quite massively. So got our speed, so actually heading's fine, course is fine. How come? Oh right, Yeah, 277, 210. Yeah, okay. And then flaps up. Let the aircraft take command of the speed. Fossey, yeah, unstable approach, unfortunately. It wasn't that unstable, was it? Just trying to figure out why my autopilot kept reactivating when I pressed the activate button. Oops. Gear up as well. So gear up. With my there we go. Right, so we'll get an air view shot of the airport again. Somewhere below us now. Poor effort, Michelle. God. Oh, he PayPal'd you the $5. Where's my $5? Where's my on-screen donation alert? You owe me a $5 there. In fact, Mr. Rickles, you work at an AVIAVOX airport. So you make a donation, you recognise the sound. Right, we'll reset the altitude back down to 1,000. Cycle the VNav in case I want to make a descent now. There we go. Seems to be broken. Shouldn't be. Let me make it easy for you, Mr. Rickles. There you go. Bad flying. It's not that bad, is it? Do a flight to Derry someday. Yes. To be fair, Derry's supposed to go to in real life at some point as well, so. Some point, I shall make a trip. Where's my webcam still off? There we go. Right, so come back around now for attempt number 2 with Kerry. Oh, it means my return flight. Yeah, my return flight was scheduled to depart at 8 o'clock, so I've got to get down, backtrack, gate, refueled and everything in the space of 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 18 minutes to be exact. Welcome Extreme 001, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. How you doing today, dude? Alright, 10 miles. To reduce, yeah, Let's reset that lanes high. So it's now 151 approach speed. That's 5. Back to tower. Hello again, Kerry Tower, Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango. Try again, runway 08.
Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango Kerry Tower, hello again. Hopefully your approach is a bit more stable this time. 08, you're clear to land. Surface wind 090 degrees 12 knots.
Clear to land 08, Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango.
Kerry Supervisor to Ryanair 54 Sierra Tango, very good evening to you. I have had reports of a tower deviation. Please advise when you're ready to copy a number. We will boot him out the door.
Who's Kerry Supervisor? I don't even know that. Well, I know who that is. I know what he's plugged into. Right, 1,000. The wind's kicked up a little bit. Right, you can see now we're bang on. 2 reds, 2 whites. High, but nothing excessive. Throttle.
10.
That's the sets. I don't know where the runway texture's gone. And then the second half runway's appeared. Not reverse.
Right, F54 Sierra Tango, welcome to Kerry. Backtrack 07 is approved for 88 Alpha.
Ryanair 547 Sierra Tango is backtracking and exiting via Alpha.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ireland. The local time is 4:42 p.m. and it's currently about 9 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop.
It's a bit tight.
Remember to use caution when opening.
There we go.
As items may have been shifted during the flight.
Bit of asymmetric throttle in there. Alright, get the second throttle up. So that was a bit of a heavier touchdown, 187. Luton does give us a bit of a longer runway to play with. I must admit, this is a lot narrower as well than I thought it would be. Yeah, we get a bit more room to play with at Luton on the return leg. But for now, let's get ourselves to the gates, switch to ground, and then prepare the run around for the trip back to Luton. Yeah, probably could have moved to break 3 there, Ben, but we did okay. And again, the benefit of taking off this way, at least on 07's side, is that it should just pretty much be an immediate departure route once you get to the end of the runway. Probably stop the clock as well. AP start. It's too quick.
Ryanair 540 Tango, welcome Kerry, hold shot South Bravo, contact the ground on frequency 121.6.
Holding Bravo 116 Ryanair 540 Tango. Well, it's going to be a massive taxi, I can imagine. Good evening, Kerry ground, Ryanair 540 Tango, taxiing to the gates. Oh, I should start
Ryanair 540 Tango, Roger. Standard your choice via Alpha.
Standard choice via Alpha, Ryanair 540 Tango. Let's see if she even gives us anything for her. That's the icing. But still the icing menu, it's not what I want. You might want to move out the way there, mate. I am going to be running you over in the 737. In fact, oh no, we can just walk right in front of my aircraft. There's a ground marshal. God, this is tiny. You're going to send me into the pushback tug there. Okay. It's going to be very tight, this, but okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kerry. Local time right now is 13 minutes to 8. Temperature outside at 9 degrees centigrade. Thank you for choosing Ryanair. We hope you enjoyed your flight on board this evening. We apologise for the slight delay on arrival, but we should be hopefully getting you off very shortly. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross check, please. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kerry. Local time right now. It's going to allow me to disembark the aircraft. Nope, I think it's just adamant. I'm going to have to de-ice it again, even though I don't really want to de-ice it. Welcome there. Connor, how you doing? What channel? Welcome to the chat. Alright, well, at the very least we can get the ground power unit connected to the aircraft. Menu, actions, see what signs will turn off as well. Ground services, chocks, ground power requested. Get the boarding music started. GSX is not going to be friendly to me at the moment, I don't think. Yeah, sex concentration, but it's just going to only give me the concentration options. I restarted Kusel, how did it react? Well, I hope that's a steamboard the aeroplane. 'Cause like I say, I want to do a turnaround, so I want to both disembark and re-embark the passengers. I was going to do it by bus post-port to the terminal because, of course, we don't have a GSX ground profile for Kerry. I'm using a freeway signal flights.to, but I hope it gives me something. No, I think it's actually died on me. It's always good fun. Switch to ground power. AP can come off. Alright, let's kill Kutul. Let's force it back. Right, it cannot be killed. Let's task manager it. Details. Kutal goes. Nope, I think GSX is dead. I know it's doing something now. Apart from aircraft data. Pop you out, stick you over here so I can watch it. Right, well, disembarkation's not going to be particularly interesting. 8 o'clock, obviously return flight back. She's still moving? Yeah, she's still moving a bit, so she's still animated. It's just decided it didn't want to load on me anymore. It's gonna freeze. Oh well. Well, we'll assume then passengers have disembarked the aircraft. We can always just default PMDG stuff, I guess. So if I go to return doors. Extends the air stair, open the front and rear. Nope, do not open the rear entry because there's going to be stairs there. Actually, there can be. Forward cargo doors open. Ground services. Next page. I want the rear stairs request, and I want the loader carts. So I'll just stick to the default PMDG ground setup then if PACX has died on us. Right, let's get configuring for the return flight then. So it's going to be init ref index. Let's go to island position. Routes. So we're now flying out of Kilo India. No, Echo India Kilo Yankee. Kilo Yankee, Kilo Whiskey, Kilo Yankee. Flying to Echo Golf Golf Whiskey. Return flight number is going to be. I generated it, so I need to view the PDF and also pre-file this onto IVAO. Right, so flight number is now Ryanair 3015. Next page. Starting off with Cork. Charlie Romeo Kilo. Cork directs to Avzak. Directs to Cause. Directs to Sirik. Silva. that's the end of our flight plan. Silver is going to be 52.24. Sorry, 51.001, that one. Activate, execute. That's the flight plan plugged in. Fuel truck request. Total fuel we're going to use for this trip is 6231. Passengers on board this flight is going to be 125, so not a very busy flight going back to London. And total cargo is going to be 3, so it'll be 1515. Alright, so start, and fuel truck, we have to wait for the fuel truck to get here.
Ryanair, low fares, made simple.
Gorgeous sunset on takeoff, I think. Shouldn't be facing away from it, but gives us something to look at on the way out. Right, switch over to our new call sign on IVAO. So I need to disconnect from the network and then reconnect as you. Start fueling. Right, so we'll end this flight now since passengers have deplaned. 180 minute landing, short delayed you to go around, short arrival delayed you to go, yeah. Short departure delayed you to go around. Don't remember going around. Oh yeah, of course we did when we went the wrong way on the ground. Didn't get any water, didn't even want us that would be stuck on the ground. We're not stuck on the ground, we're airborne. Oh well, it's only a 10% satisfaction on that one. I'll drop the flight reports in chat for anyone that's interested in it, but definitely not our highest of rated flights ever. I don't remember doing a go. Well, yes, I do remember doing a go around on departure. If anybody wants to go through the flight report themselves, they can. Not too bad, Franks. Not too bad. How you been doing? Club channel. Onto the chat. There you go. Right, so let's contact the tower. Let's get our clearance. Any update from GSX? Loading, 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 loading. Yeah, it's gone. Let's exit that. There's administrator. Let's give it a second to reboot. Right, so hello again, Kerry ground, Ryanair 3015 requesting clearance to London Luton.
Ryanair 3015 cleared to Luton via Cork, Charlie Romeo Kilo 3 Delta departure, runway 08, initial climb flight level 045, altitude 4,500 feet. Squawk 6767.
I'm not going to level. Ryanair 3015 cleared cessation via the Cork 3 Delta departure, runway 08. Initial level 4,500, squawking 6767.
Ryanair 3015, read back correct, reported this business start.
Okay, well that's that decided then, I guess. Everything's currently being well, yeah, so fueling's happening, passengers loading happening, that's all happening. We'll start loading the pack stuff now. So, Kerry, Luton, 843, 39,000, quite a high cruise that. Hour and 20 departure, supposedly in a minute, not going to happen. We'll give it 15 for departure. 738 passengers on board. We have got Ryanair boarding music. We have got Ryanair safety briefing. Yes, snacks, no meals. And passengers may now start boarding the aircraft.
Ryanair, no fare, safe to
So departure 08 on the Cork 3 Delta departure. Insert that. Legs, that's fine, no continuities. Head over to our zero fuel weight for this trip. Zero fuel weight is going to be 54.6. Reserve fuel is going to be 2.2. Cost index of 6 and a cruising altitude of 390. Cruising winds 148 at 12. And transition 5,000. That's 4,000. But no, 5,000 is fine. Alright, execute U. N1 limit. Medium D rate. Full climb outs. 5 degrees of flaps. Turns gravity, we'll just pull from the aircraft. V11232, rotate 33, V243, 5.68 trim needs to be set. Yeah, 133, cool. So 133 can go here. Altitude 4,500 initial. Of course, everything will be set as we just landed here a few minutes ago. GSX. Any life from you? No, GSX has unfortunately passed on to the great beyond. Here at the time now, refresh the clock. Cool, so everything's now configured. All we're waiting for really are the passengers to board. Fuel is on board, so we can release the fuel truck. Cargo is on board, so we can release the cargo stuff. There's stairs. It says it's still finished boarding, but we'll base it off of PACX for the return leg. So you can see passengers slowly boarding the aircraft now. So like I say, we are using a freeware scenery off FlightSim.to for this airport, so there's not much to look at. That being said, there's not much to look at in Cork Airport in real life. Kerry Airport in real life. It's just a small little terminal. Only a couple of, well, only really one place to put a jetliner. Stand of choice, there is only one choice. Yeah, former runway, now turned into a taxiway on service road. Control tower's up here, and there's our controller. He gave us to go around earlier. To be fair, I mean, now that we're not using GSX, if I want to start pushback now with PACX, I can just immediately push back and it'll automatically just board everyone straight onto the aircraft. So I could even do that if I wanted to. So we'll start the APU. Fuel warning lights, that's fine, so just something around fuel pumps. Yeah, everything, yeah, it's all fine. Pushback. Do I have better pushback installed? Or toolbar pushback even? I don't think I do. No, I just have to use the PMDG to pushback tool. I might have to install that in a bit. Gorgeous sunset. Low cloud base, 1,300, but absolutely gorgeous. But we do ask that laptops, tablets, and any other larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate. Thank you, and welcome aboard. AP should be stabling now. Oops, there we go. If you bleed on, again, just trying to pass on to get some air conditioning in the aircraft. So yeah, if we just get everything disconnected. Right, so we'll tell the control tower that we are now ready for push and starts. Yep. Make sure all the exits are closed as well before I do that. Menu, actions, doors, close door. That's all closed, perfect. Kerry ground, Ryanair 3015 is ready for push and start.
Ryanair 3015, no push started, setup approved. You can taxi straight to Alpha, hold short of Alpha for runway 08.
Was that no push start required, so it would just spin around from here and then onto Alpha?
You can spin around from there onto Alpha, Ryanair 3015.
Cool, all received. So start up on the park and then straight on to Alpha, Ryanair 3015. Okay, that'll do me. So PACX can now come off. Engine pumps come on. Engine 2 starts. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this Ryanair flight 843 from here in Kerry to London Luton. Flight and stay is about 1 hour and 20 minutes. We do apologise for the slight delayed departure on the way out, so this is due to a slightly late arrival on the inbound flights. We have a great team of cabin crew on board this aircraft who are happy to serve you what you need, but don't forget they are primarily here for your safety. Otherwise, we hope you sit back, relax and enjoy your flights today. Well on departure, a little bit windy. We're expecting snow on arrival into Luton today.
Your tray tables and seat backs must be in the full upright and locked position for departure. Flight attendants, please prepare to have the departure and cross check.
Ladies and gentlemen, there we go. My introduction very shortly. Flight and stay is about 1 hour and 20 minutes. We should apologise for the slight delayed departure on the way out, so this is due to a slightly late arrival on the inbound flights. So there you go. Self-manoeuvring, stand at Kerry, no pushback required from Kerry, I believe. Engine start on stand, 10 hours out, perfect. So even without GSX, which has passed on to another plane, it's we don't actually need it anymore. Right, engine 2 started, engine 1 can start. No need for anti-ice because it's actually quite warm over here, 9 degrees.
Welcome on board this Ryanair flight. May we have your attention while we point out the
Some of the safety features on board this Boeing 737-800 aircraft. Please remove any headphones during this demonstration.
There are 8 emergency exits, each marked with a
Yeah, the Ryanair safety briefing has changed in the last year or so. Now they want your complete attention. We're going to use a safety demonstration.
There are 4 main doors, 2 at the front of the cabin, 1 left and 1
Alright, engine 1 looking good. So that was open, that should shoot up.
There are 4 overwing exits in the centre of the cabin, 2 left and 2 right. Please note the nearest exit to you, which may be behind you. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal end into the buckle. To secure, pull on the loose end of the strap, and to open.
Okay, wait for that switch to flick back. So we've already been given instructions to taxi onto Alpha, which is good. I've switched the engines buses over. Don't remember, but I've just done it. Right, so taxi lights can come. Well, flaps down to 5. Systems check. Looking good, perfect. Right. Taxi lights on. Parking brakes release. Eject over brakes set. Yeah, self-maneuvering stand, very tight. The GSX ground service is still sitting here, just not really doing much. go. Enjoy your flight. Now getting us in Spanish, even though it's a domestic flight. Well, not domestic, but it's an English flight.
Ryanair 3015, it's come to my attention you've hit a stairs van on your turnarounds, no bother. Contact tower 123.325, provide.
123.325, Ryanair 3015. Have a good day, sir.
You two don't crash next time.
Oh, I love this network. I never touched on transponder well. Whoops. Hello again, Kerry Tower. Ryanair 3015, holding Alpha, ready to depart.
Oh god, not you. Only joking. Ryanair 3015, Kerry Tower, good evening again. Surface wind 05, correction 090 degrees 12 knots, fire Alpha 1, clear for takeoff 09.
Via Alpha 1, clear to depart 08, Ryanair 3015. That's one's gone from 07 to 08. I'm sure he said 09 there as well on the way out. Alright, then lights on, set everything up as required, lights are all set, still don't need the logo light, although I might need it for the arrival. Cabin crew, immediate seats for departure please. Thank you very much. I have to wait for the safety briefing to finish before I can actually take off, so nice and slow entry onto the runway. We'll do the engine spool up from a standstill, purely because this is quite a short runway. Shouldn't need the backtrack, but use as much space as we can. Right, should be coming to an end very shortly now. Gracias. Cabin crew, immediate seat for departure, please. Thank you very much. Right. 40. We have to take off, thank you cabin crew. Engines 1-2 stable. Clicky screw. $80 knots. 100. V1 rotates. So rate of climb, gear up. Very well, Kerry. Stop Luton.
Ryanair 3015, unfortunately there is still nothing further for your journey. Frequency change approved, adios.
Frequency change approved, Ryanair 3015, bye bye. I need to set that to TA only for the TCAS to work. OTU Unicorn 1228. Up, lock the gear. There we go, let the autopilot now continue to climb out for us. So again, it's only an hour or so flight back, hour and 20 minutes on the clock. The expected arrival I very much doubt it's going to take that long, provided we get a nice simple approach into Luton Airport without any go-arounds or last minute changes of routing or anything like that. Passing through 4,000. Through the initial area of cloud level until we get to about 10,000 feet and things start clearing up again. We will speed intervention our way through, although I think we've just got to get the initial altitude set for climb out. So that goes up to 39. That's it. 39,000 is a very high cruise for such a short flight, but not particularly heavy either. 39,000 sets. Altitude intervention, and just hope to give us a nice steady climb out all the way through. Perfect. Right, so, like I say, next stop for us, London Luton Airport. How to speak on PACX as well. So I just got a keybind set, Shift F10, or if you bring up PACX, you can just click on the microphone button down here, and lets you just speak to your passengers while on board the aeroplane. It's a nice add-on, not particularly expensive, but I use it on virtually every single flight, so for me, it's well worth having. Quite the gorgeous sunset lights from the thinks. Before I forget, I also need to change the info at top as well. So we're now 30. What was that first time? Ryanair 3015. There we go. So now the toolbar should read all the flight stats correctly at the top. Does it do something like sit the cabin crew down, or is it just realism? It's just the realism mod. Like I say, so the cabin crew, so the self-loading cargo, which people I know use, which gives you a bit more control. That, like, you can control the services, you can decide when, like, dinner services, you can control the in-flight move, stuff like that. With PACX, it's just it's basically more from a pilot's perspective, where the cabin crew decide when the services are. They decide when they do like when the main meal is, when they can. We do seatbelt signs, boarding, and disembark. That's all you do from the pilot's perspective. Your main controls, you speak to them, or you turn on and off the seatbelt sign, and that's it. So the seatbelt signs, that's because 10,000 feet, and lights can come off. To be fair, it's not particularly turbulent up here at the moment, so it obviously passes cloud layer here, and then switch off the seatbelt signs and allow passengers to roam around the cabin a little bit. Here, so we go through the cabin. Let's see who's on board this flight today. So anyone you recognise, give us a shout. Whoops. The flight sim's still working. Oh, it's Kutal. So Kutal has completely died. Which means, hopefully, I can now reload it, and yeah, Kutal is dead. Rest in peace, GSX. I'll re-update it later, reinstall it later. Let's see, anyone on board? Nobody particularly stands out. Yeah, 125 people on board this evening flights. So, seatbelt signs come off. In some aircraft, PACX is linked to the seatbelt sign button, and PMDG is separate, so unfortunately you have to do it manually. I'm not sure the pressurised, I was worth 39,000. Also done a bit of panel lighting, it's going to get dark on this trip, so just get some lighting in the background. just when the sun starts setting. Cool, 18,000 feet, like level 180. All is calm on the western front. So hopefully, yeah, we're going to have ATC coverage at Luton again. But it's going to be a different controller over there. Somebody else to take over the sticks. Right, I'm going to be back in about 5 minutes. I've got to hop on Discord to chat with some particular people. Right, we are now well on our way back to London. Should hopefully be a pretty simple flight on the way back in. An airport that I am far more familiar with, albeit when I went the wrong way every single time. Alright, BRB. Right, so we're back. We are a few thousand off of our cruising altitude, let's say 390 on the way back, so we'll be above most of the weather pattern, and just, yeah, nice simple cruise all the way back to the UK. And so, PACX, like I say, once we hit our cruising altitude, oops, that's the comms, default comms are on that. Once you hit our cruising altitude, cabin crew will start the meal service, the snack service. You get a Ryanair, it's not really a meal service, is it? Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous flight back. I'll throw up Volanta. You can see this flight back takes us on slightly southerly routes to our initial arrival. Cuts right through it in Wales near Metro Tydfil. And then pretty much a straight approach to Luton onto runway 08. 0878. Got Heathrow's 9, Luton's 8, 7. Luton's 7, this was 8. Too many runways all pointing east to west of the UK. So you can see the Luton Tower is on the line. Now crossing the Irish Sea. Thousand to go to 34, 4,500 to go to hit our cruising altitude. We'll be, let's say, well above the weather. It's going to be 25 knot headwinds during this flight. If I bring up the paperwork for the wind information, so 39,000, so 9 knot headwinds, 10 knot headwinds, 11, yeah, so we're looking at 10 to 12 knot headwinds for the flight. So it's not only me getting them confused. Yeah, I get it, Mr. Rickles, I get it. I'm on IVAO Aviator. Stop me on the IVAO website. There we are, Ryanair 3015 on the return leg. And can you choose when you start snack sales on PACX? No. So like I say, if you're on self-loading cargo, then yes, self-loading cargo SLC can choose when snack service happens. On PACX, no, that happens automatically. And so with SLC, it's more of a cabin management add-on simulation where you control a bit more what goes on in the cabins, like the cleaning services come on, the passengers like the movies, the snacks, the meal service. So you control every aspect of the flight. With PACX, it's purely a as TFDi design, the developers say, it's all from a pilot's perspective. So you use a pilot, you're not in charge of the meal service, you're not in charge of the cabin. That's the cabin crew's job. All you do is you turn the seatbelt sign on and off, and you can also speak to the cabin through the intercom. Otherwise, the meals, the snacks, everything else, all controlled by the cabin. The cabin crew deal with that. So it's just from the it's less hands-on, but I quite like it. It's just simpler. Has what you need. So all your in-flight reports are visible. So that's our flight coming in now. If I go to yesterday's flights with Drawyah, I did Stansted to Rotterdam. That was a tiny flight. What? There you go. 52-minute block time. Actual wait time was 34 minutes. Departed 2 minutes ahead of schedule. Arrived 2 minutes ahead of schedule. So pretty much bang on for time-wise there. 150 passengers, 95 satisfaction with a fairly heavy landing, but it's only a short little runway at Rotterdam. Lovely airport in real life, The Hague. Flew in there last year, about this time last year. A mate of mine with the weekend in Amsterdam, weekend in Rotterdam. Amsterdam was beginning of the year, Rotterdam later in the year. But the Eurostar one way, flew back the other. It was also actually the first time I saw the Northern Lights in real life, flying back to London. And now, remember that time last year where like the Northern Lights you could see from all across northern Central Europe? So it was that day I was flying back to London, and so I thought I took a photo of just like the night sky outside. So I heard about it, so I thought let's take a long exposure photo. Next thing you know, you can see like the colour just about visible on the side of the plane there. So 37,000, 2,000 to go. There's no ATC I can see in terms of controls. Annoying we lost London West. That would have been quite nice to speak to, let's say, over Wales. But it's fine. So in terms of the Luton approach, it's going to be on the silver arrival. I'm going to plug it in now. So ILS 07. Silver 1 November arrival. Transition, won't do a transition because I'm going to slightly modify this to my own needs. Which is, let's zoom in. So step, 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 step. That's really too far steps because I want to go, yeah, so Silver to Woburn. And then from Woburn, and then drop down to the approach. We're going to go north of the airport, right and turn straight in. If it was busier, then yeah, I'd go the long way around to follow the 4 routes. But we'll just cut in for the approach there. So accepts that. And then draw some fixes. So runway 07. So 39,000 feet. Top descent's going to be 918.27, 117. Guide slope at 10. Final checks at 2. Then it's going to be destination forecaster winds at top of descent 200 and 100. So if I grab the wind information now, so I think that's 3-5 or 3. Is that the return flight? Yeah, crazy. Okay, so we'll do 3-5 then for the first block. So we 127 at 32, 116.24, 190 at 9. 127/32. 116.24. And 190 at 9. Temperature at Luton is going to be it is, the aircraft coming in from Belfast Aldergrove going to Luton as well. Who are you? Oh, Ryan Taylor. That's another name I've not seen in this. I've not heard from in a little while. Yeah, there's another one. It's an IVAO XU Longy. Good to see he's still flying though. That's good to see him. Right, temperature is 0. Excellent. And a 9er to QNH. Execute that. Yeah, some of my approach configurations plugged in and loaded. So we're at cruise now. We're just making cruise now. 390. Getting blown out a little bit by the winds. A little bit rocky up here. Very shortly, going to be entering Wales over St David's. Gorgeous colour in the sky as well for the sunset. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a bit artificial though, I must say. It's a bit artificial. So don't go anywhere once we get to the end because we have the replays for both our Kerry and Luton arrivals. So 80 miles top of descent, everything's plugged in. We'll do with our performance a little bit closer, I'm just a bit more fuel off. As I could use a tablet to calculate everything, but it's just easier to get your off to do, because I'm not going to convert everything from kilos to pounds back to kilos again. It's the extra steps I don't really want to do. But it's nice to be in the PMDG again. Like I say, I'm using the 2020 version in 2024. Works absolutely fine without needing to pay the extra upgrade fee. Maybe I'll get the upgrade fee at some point. There are a few little features in the new version that do look interesting, but for now, this is all I need. A little bit of rocking, a little bit of left and right movements just as we navigate through this high altitude wind. What is it? It's only a 7 knot crosswind, but there are, let's say, just gusts. They go up to 10, 9, 8. So there are gusts up here, but nothing excessive. 24 minutes now. So yeah, that's it. I'll try and do a flight. So tomorrow, I'll try and do a train sim stream in the morning. Check out this new Great Western Express Enhanced Edition update. In the evening, we'll try and do another flight sim trip. Yep, we are back, Franks. Back in action. Always good to always good to be here. It's been a little while, but I'm glad I've. Actually, no. Okay. Big shout out to Mr. Rickles in the chat. He's the one who was like yesterday, "Hey, when did you last stream?" 11 months ago. You're streaming tomorrow, so no, fair play to him. He did push me to pop back online again. But like I said, I'm still surprised everyone was still here to watch it. 30 people watching the departure out of Luton. That's back from Ace. That's Lanzarote, I believe. Alpha Charlie Echo. May he enjoy his trip. Now just look at me nice group chat. Of course, the clips the so and so unstable approach. One that was pretty stable until he sent me around. With a live stream that was about 5 seconds delay, so whatever. Oop, thank you there, KaiC4638 for the £1, and the AVIAVox announcement there. Yeah, so the AVIAVox show said a ding ding. It's basically a standard AVIAVox chime for airports that use the system. If you fly out the UK or about half of European airports, you'll know that sound. And then for the bigger ones like the subscriptions, the Twitch subscriptions, YouTube memberships, and stream viewer, the raids, then you get the urgent call tune. Dun dun dun. I like the AVIAVox stuff. And again, I fly a lot in real life, so it's a sound I hear way too often. Yep, same chime in Faro in Lisbon. What is the list there? AVIAVox Airport. AVIAVox Airports. What is the list of airports that actually use? Explanations, airlines, why different? There you go. So 60 plus airports use AVIAVox. Ah, here we go. So, if you are, these are just these airlines on airports. Here we go. So, if you fly out of Amsterdam, Milan, Bergamo, Birmingham, Billund, Bologna, Brisbane, Mumbai, Brussels, Budapest, Boa Vista, Cairo, Katayama, Mactan, Cebu, Roma, Ciampino, Cardiff, Dar es Salaam, El Alamein, Delhi, Doha, Edinburgh, Eindhoven, East Midlands, Faro, Rome, Fiumicino, Aeropuerto de Madeira, Cristiano Ronaldo, Genoa, Groningen, Geneva, Borg El Arab, Frankfurt. That's what you hear. Thank you for the example there, Mr. Rickles. Frankfurt, JFK, Kiev, Kuwait, Heathrow, Milan, Lanate, Lisbon, Luton, Luxembourg, Manchester, Melbourne, Maastricht, Milan, These, Gold Coast, Brisbane, Oslo, Ostend, Seattle, Painfields, Ponta Delgada, Porto Santo, Rotterdam, The Hague, Las Americas, Sal, and Sphinx. Then, yeah, those chimes are what you hear. So, thank you there, Mr. Kaisi4638 for the donation, and thank you there, Mr. Rickles 839 for the economy class. So, thank you and welcome aboard. When you enter the aircraft, you just make a right, and you make your way to your seat. Just for you, you get the window seat, my friend. And that was for the go around earlier. I love you, really. Actually, I was going to say you pay for my go-karting. I've already got the racing voucher, so no need to do that. Speaking of Doha, my goal is to be a pilot for Qatar 78 or 350. It's a nice airport, Doha. When I came back from Australia 2 years ago, after my incident on the Virgin Australia, ended up flying with Qatar back to the UK, stop over in Doha. 777, lovely aircraft, super fast Wi-Fi, very comfortable, I liked it. Then flew the A380 from Doha to London. And, yeah, the 777, you could tell I had the cabin refreshed. The A380 I think is still on the list or coming soon on Qatar. Because yeah, it was a very tired cabin. It was very worn out. The seat entertainment didn't work. I was trying to watch... what's that? What was it I was watching? It was that film that came out, the DreamWorks one, not too long, like summer 2 years ago. It was like... Not Migration. The one about the birds that are trying to move from their ponds to the city. Decent film. Had to restart it like 20 times because the screen kept freezing on me. I can't remember what it was called now. It wasn't Migration. It was something along those lines. Yeah, Migration. It is Migration. Was it DreamWorks? That was Universal. Okay. Yeah, decent film. Right, we're now overhead Swansea. So we're now very much in the south of Wales. Engines sounding a bit. Just a frame rate catch up there. There we go, Swansea. That's the airline, yeah. Extra room is that extra fee. With Ryanair, yes, it is an extra fee, but it also means you get the exit row, so you win some, I guess. So there you go. So we're just about to pass overhead Swansea. Based on, there you go, overhead Swansea now. So fly over Marsteg, just past Tony Pandy and Pontypridd. Fun facts for you. So everyone knows Fireman Sam, and he's from the town of Tony Pandy. Sorry, from Pontypandy, which is a pseudonym of Pontypridd and Tony Pandy. Put them together, you get Pontypandy, where Fireman Sam is from. He's the hero next door. Speaking of heroes next door and firemen, I know that my ground controller earlier is, or was, or is trying to be a fireman. Big up, what's his name again? Heathrow. What's his username again on here? Blue. Yeah, 1374 blue lights. Right. Engines drop. That means top of descent. Nice little look at the sun. Once you hit below cloud level, it'll be pretty dark on this approach into Luton. Nice caution light. I'm going to assume it's not drag. Again, apparently it's off. Oh, yeah, drag required there. Apparently it's also again an off schedule descent, even though it is on schedule. So maybe this aircraft ain't quite as compatible as I thought it was, but it's okay. Right. So yeah, we'll leave it as is. In fact, we'll leave the speed up a little bit because, of course, clear skies, nice speedy approach into Luton, and we are still running about 15 minutes behind from our initial departure out of Luton. So it's all about trying to catch up with the time now. So it's scheduled to be an 8 o'clock departure out of Kerry. We've been airborne 36 minutes now. So yeah, we're about 12 minutes behind schedule at this point. Not terrible. Once we're back at Luton, it's the base of the aircraft, so it'll sit here for about half an hour anyway, 45 minutes for the next leg. Change of crew and whatnot. So yeah, we're a little behind, but nothing that the leg back at Luton will cause much problem to. Run out of water now. Let's go get a refill. Right, housing 35. Go to U. 30 degrees flaps, 140 approach, landing speed, 145 approach speed, 109.15, 74. 109.15. 74. And if I go over to charts, ground charts, approach charts into IS07. Yes, mother. apologies for that. Mother just called me over because we're looking at hotels for our trip to Poland next week. Go see some aunts and cousins out there. Why are you not dimming? There we go. The screen's a little bit too bright for this this sunset. Right, so we are now over Bristol. On behalf of the Luton Airport team, we'd like to wish you a safe landing into Luton. I love a first class service. Actually, then speaking of that, so if I go back to the inbound flight, this marks as on time. So off blocks 1807, 1810, blocks. So actually, we're all 2 minutes ahead of schedule, as per. I wonder if that took into account then the go around. Yeah, so fly over the airport, curve in, go around, do the circuit, and back in again. I wonder. And for this trip, so scheduled at 8 o'clock, off blocks at 10 past. So yeah, 10 minutes behind. So yeah, so by the time we land, we've caught up to within a minute. It's not a bad bit of delay, that. And again, flying at the high speed right now as we make this descent just gives us that little extra time to catch up. Which game? Anishman asks. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. British, yes. I wonder how you can tell. Wait, that my accent's that strong. Yeah, Microsoft Flight Sim, currently flying a return leg from Luton to Kerry and back. This is the second leg, now making the descent into London Luton. So you can see approaching Gamsey waypoint, Cedric, make a left-hand turn, and that takes us straight onto the silver arrival. Oops, back on the stairs, get that wipe. So expected arrival 39 minutes, so in reality our landing time is so according to Volanta, half past, so you're saying about 35 minutes to touchdown, or 35 minutes even to the gate blocks. If I look at the computer, progress, so landing, or touchdown at 18:16, so touchdown in 20 minutes. It's about 10 minutes ahead of schedule, even about, yeah, just under 20 minutes ahead of schedule. But Luton on standby, on 32555. Go to sleep? Yeah, no worries, dude. Have a good night. Hope to see you here again soon. Don't know, for once in a long time, I'll be back again soon. A year between streams. Passing 22,000. I'll also add on as little surprise to how smooth this is running. I know in the past when I was running Microsoft Flight Sim, I'd be running it at Stutterfest for most of it. This has been pretty smooth. There's no real issues, no real lags. Of course, you get that regular pause when I use flight control replay, which in the 737 is a little 50-50 at times, but it's been pretty good so far. I do apologise, my mother's back with a hotel booking. Let me quickly get sorted, and then we will be back for the landing. Cool, we are back. I'm so sorry, just had to finish the last couple of bookings for the trip with my mother. I just spotted there's actually an event happening at Luton. Cleared RFE approach to Luton, what's this? Events organised at IVAO. Event details to 2nd of March. Oh, this was yesterday. This is yesterday. Okay. Oh wait, March. Sorry, next month. Pre-RFE. A couple of units at Heathrow cleared approach. So it's part of the UK main event, but because of course, when it comes to the UK RFE, what they do in the XUs, they rent out this hall in Milton Keynes and basically just turn it into a control centre. So yeah, they're going to have separate controllers for different airports during the RFE as well. So if you can't get to the main event, you can go to the second. Yeah, that makes sense. I like it. This year, I will try and get involved in doing RFE flights. Maybe see if the guys at the RF even still talk to me and join them for the evening. IFR 0403 knots, visibility 1.4 kilometers, 200 feet. Good luck, sir. See, I like this controller. It's giving me all the weather information and things I need to know for the approach. Not like the guys, the lads at Kerry who send me around and get me to the Hokkien in an aeroplane. Just grab the local altitude, so it's 90903. Okay, I need to get the screen blur in there because it's not the easiest thing to look at. 99123. Okay, it's about 500 feet difference, not the worst drop in the world. So once again, below 10,000, we'll then drop below 250 knots. And then once you make it to Woburn, I'll then let the aircraft control the speeds, and then just bring it in for the final approach and landing into Luton Airport. 2,000 feet, we need to intercept the glide slope at 2,000 feet is set, everything is set. Yeah, it should be a nice chill approach into it today. So I'm going to load up the replay, so give the sim a minute just to catch up. Better do it early before we get too close to the airport. Need to do all the dirty bit more hands on. What's this? Oh, Beechcraft 20 just spotted out of Heathrow for Paris. Okay. There we go. Approaching 11,000. Just lost speed. Cabin crew, 10 minutes to landing. That's 10 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt sign is now turned on, so it's time to return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt.
Welcome there, crazy man from Ireland. Your PS5 and we're telling off the landing on grass runways. What do you mean by landing on grass runways? I mean, surely you just land on a tarmac runway, no? Any specific way to get the PACX in 2040 had it on 2020? Yeah, as long as you've got FSUI PC running, PACX is compatible. It's compatible with any sim that uses FSUI PC. So 2024, 2020, X-Plane, FSX, P3, it's compatible with everything that has FSUI PC.
To Paris.
Alright, 10,000 feet, and then lights on. Just turn everything on. I'll just switch the altimeter as well to local weather, since we're going to be local pressure, since we're going to need that anyway to land. So 500 feet below where we need to be, which is fine, because of course we just jumped down 500 feet on the altimeter there. Fairly cloudy approach, so the lights will definitely be flickering in and out as we continue. Oh, the wing lights turned on. No, it's not the wing lights on, and the logo lights on. So let's turn everything on. 10,000 feet, 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 10,000 feet There we go, that's more like it. So now it's silver waypoints. We make this final right-hand turn. That's turn off weather in 2 seconds. So 10 miles. It's last like about 5 miles. So I might even manually set a heading to get as close to that 10-mile mark for the glide path. feet. Yeah, so set a manual heading. Once makes right hand turn. So if I go back to speed control, it's going to reduce down. I was going to say 250 and below, so it won't drop us that much. This will be a heading of so 044 now, 143. If I set a heading to so 155. Two. So it just gives me an extra mile or two on the run up for the ILS third localizer. Can do it at 5 miles, so it's a little later than I'd like. So heading select and cut speed intervention. One five five, yeah, there you go. It's insets the edge of that 10-mile radius there. Switch over to Luton Tar. That's 5. Speed brakes out. It says runway 08's in use. Yeah, 19 knot tailwind. So that just gets a bit damper as we get lower down. ready on the VOR localizer and see if that intercepts in the glide path. Is that an aircraft? No, it's not. It's gone now. Welcome Dan, how are you doing? What channel? Welcome to chats. Yes, been a while, been 11 months in total. But it's good to be back, good to be doing this again. The guys are active. Nice little sharp turn to get ourselves into the runway. So throw on approach mode as well. Dual command. That's 10, gear down. Reduce speed down to our approach speed, 45. Good evening, Luton Tar. This is Ryanair 3015/runway 08.
Ryanair 3015 Luton Tar, good evening to you. Wind 020 at 04 knots, runway 07. You are clear to land.
Yeah, so 04 knot headwinds. Yeah, it's tailwinds, not the worst in the world. Clear to land, runway 08, Ryanair 3015. Yeah, one for 1 hour, 1 minute.
Traffic.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that, aren't I? I think there's an aircraft there, but it's just my own aircraft.
$1,000.
1000, stable approach. Bridge altitude set. Right, switch over to manual throttle. Whoops. There we go.
Traffic.
Alright, autopilot deactivated, my aeroplane.
Approaching minimums.
And let's continue.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Idle throttles. Reverse is active. Not bad. 100 knots. 90 knots reverses. Come down. Try and vacate here. Beautiful stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to London. The local time is 6:16 p.m. and it's currently about 0.
Ryanair 3015, welcome to Luton.
Please remain
I do have a frequency to you, 1 second. It is 121.755. See you soon, bye.
Over to 121755, easy question, Ryanair 3015. Thank you for service, excellent stuff as always. Have a good evening, bye bye.
Bye bye.
Right, over to the ground. Do a quick clean up. Text lights on, APU start seeing everything else is fine. Good evening, Luton ground. This is Ryanair 3015 requesting taxi to the gates.
Ryanair 3015, Luton ground, good evening. Taxi gate number 9 via Alpha, Delta and Echo.
Gate 9 via Alpha, Delta and Echo for Ryanair 3015. Alpha, Delta, Echo. So it's a slightly different route. I believe that's taken us a long way around. So we grab that Echo Golf Golf Whiskey. Ground charts, So Alpha, Delta is, Delta onto Echo, ground parking chart 9, I think it's the very north of the airport. Yeah, 9's all over there, cool, that's fine. So past the runoff area where I had to do my little spin around earlier. Just want to come off. Weather radar, we'll make sure before we blast radiation at the ground crew. I think GSX is still seeing better days. Oh, it's done it! Okay, right, select positions from map. The ground 9's up there somewhere. Okay, 9. I like this new menu as well, so you can actually see where your aircraft position is. You can actually see the ground maps, pick your gate as you require. Gate 9 selected. And press follow me, no thank you. So I actually know where I'm going now. Let's give it a second to catch up when it loads up the ground services. So it must have just been GSX having a real moment with Kerry there, for it to not figure out what was going on. Frame rate has dropped a little bit since we got off the runway, there we go. So that's everything loaded now. So down Delta, left onto Echo, and gate number 9. So hour and 5 minutes of flight time this time, not a bad little trip. Fairly smooth landing as well, that's Volanta marks it as a -110, which I'll take. And don't forget, we have got replays of the landings as well, so once you do get to the gates, we'll check out the Kerry landing first, then we'll check out the Luton landing, and then we'll bring things to a close until tomorrow. So East Apron, no, not East Apron. That's the next one we need to take. Yeah, this bit here is normally used by the Wizz Air and EasyJets. So yeah, we landed about 10 minutes ahead of schedule. ground vehicles waiting. Left hand turn, park it up. Goes 9. Left. Right throttling. I had to put the guy on the top of the stairs there to get more visibility. Yeah, no displays, no systems at Luton. It's all ground marshals by hand. A little close now. Okay, well if he insists there's a bit more to go. If you still insist there's more to go. Okay, no. Cut engine. Okay, whatever. Ground Marshaller. Could have, Oh! A red screen of death. Is it even possible to cut engines? No, it's not. I have a feeling. Okay, Control Shift E works. I think I'll switch over to the APU. Park's a bit short. I don't know, mate. Park's a bit short. That doesn't look like the shortest of parkings ever. I can't control anything now. Okay, so we're going to have to blast 4 lights on the ground. You set parking brake. I can't because I physically can't. Oh, don't tell me that means I can't start ends like PACX and all that stuff. Okay, yeah, I think the Sims. Oh, I may not. That's it. I may not even be able to get a replay now. There we go. Right, PACX is deboarding. That's the important one. So there's a 111th landing rate, slightly ahead of schedule, soft landing, all pretty good. I just seem to prefer that flight than the other one. I'll drop the flight reports in chat for anybody that wants to view it. I will see if I can start a replay for both ends. If not, need engines to be on, which of course I can't turn it back on now. I'm glad it happened at the gates as opposed to halfway through this flight. That would have been an annoyance. Right, Oh, and I've actually lost connection to the voice server of that as well, so thank you ATC. We have disconnected now, speaking to you directly. Make sure the flight's ended on Volanta, which it is. Right, we'll give a replay a go. See what it says. So 738 at Kerry. Hide the webcam, so you're not looking at me, but the scenery underway in. Of course, I'm going to have all the go around as well, won't it? Okay, perfect. So we'll change the weather time so that it's to the sunset we're looking at earlier, about an hour ago. There we go. So we'll do left hand side first. Fairly stable approach in. A little bit windy. You see, you're fighting the gusts there a little bit. In fact, I might even have to replay from the quote-unquote unstable approach. See how bad it was when we had to do the go around. Well, seems pretty okay. An early flare, so we did float a little bit the wrong way. So that was what, 200 feet per minute landing-ish, something like that. Not terrible. I've done worse. I have done far worse. From the left hand, whoops, from the left hand side. Yeah, there'll be no flaps in this replay because, of course, the aircraft systems have given up on me. No, not bad by any means. Let's do a runway side view, so go to this, whoops. Camera, reset position. Oh, I mean, I've lost the lights as well, haven't I? So I can't do the headlight, the landing lights for the replay. Whoops! Oh, what did I press? Oh, I pressed like the target focus button. There we go. Because of a slight lag, whatever. You can see the replay speed has sped up a little bit shooting down that runway. Right, let's go into the go around now. Go around happened on this approach. So we're coming in. See, look, we're absolutely fine. Go around because it's unstable. Look at that! Beautiful. Beautiful approach. And from the cabin perspective. So coming in, all looking normal. And boom, off we go again for round 2. It's the most needless go around ever. Oops, what am I doing? Control. There. Go to you. So put follow mode back on. Reset position. Load up the Luton replay. So yeah, this was the 110 landing. This was as smooth as can be. Change the time, so it's back to late dusk. Just wait for the scenery to catch up. Let Luton Town spawn in, there we go. Again, you can see slight tailwind on this one, nothing excessive, 4 knots. Absolute greaser onto the runway. Beautiful. For the left hand side. Just going over Luton Town. Yeah, absolutely perfect. We'll do one more from the runway's point of view. Try and follow off. So of course Luton Airport being stuck on top of a hill, it's a slightly lower looking approach than the normal. Just coming in. We were a little bit higher, a couple of points on this approach, but nothing excessive. It is absolute greaser. So there we have it. First stream back after nearly a year away. Webcam back on. And unfortunately, it is time now to bring this one to a close. So, as I say, it's good to be back. Try and do a stream tomorrow, do a train sim and a flight sim. I've enjoyed this. Thank you so much to my mates, the ATC controls I've had on this stream today. So Mr. Rickles, Blue Lights and Kai C4638. Yeah, no, good to be back. Thank you for watching. You take care of yourselves. And we're back again in less than a year's time for some more flights and action. Take care, have a good night, and I'll see you soon. Oh, 3 hours 3 minutes. It was 4 hours or something. Take care.